I did that last time. There we go. I thought I hit it, and I had a 35-minute seminar on nutrition, and none of it recorded. And it was like, oh no. But it's going. We're good. So our pillars for today, the things that we're going to talk about today, we're going to have a language game, fun language game. We're going to talk about the meat and potatoes, which is celebrating the wins, celebrating the progress that you guys have had in your life. And then we'll finish with another small little language game. It's going to be super fun. This is interactive. Everyone's going to write today. That's why I gave you guys a pen. If you want to participate, that's awesome. I will try to choose 2 or 3 of you guys, so you won't always be called upon. But if you're like, hey, I don't want to share, you don't have to share. I'm not going to make you. But if you do, it just makes it more fun. So, it's a Rocket Crew. The first thing we're going to do, like I said, is our language game. So the first language game we're going to play is called a should detox. Should detox, because we all should on ourselves a lot. No? Okay. So what I want you guys to do, on your paper, you are going to write an I should statement. I should insert the blank. So it can look like I should drink more water, right? I should call my parents more. I should prioritize meal prepping over eating out. It does not matter how small or large or shallow or deep this is. I mean, I would like it to be deep, but it doesn't have to be. But go ahead and write that sentence out. Full sentence. Full sentence. Just one. Yep. Does anyone have one they want to share? Yeah. Okay, whoever said yeah, we'll go seconds. Cameron raised his hand. Cameron, what is your I should statement? What is it? Pray. I should pray more. When you say that out loud, what's the emotion that it invokes? What's the feeling? What's the vibe? Is that guilt? Is that anxiety? What is that? Okay. Conviction. I like that. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, 1 being low, what's that conviction? 7, 8. Cool. 7, 8. And then where do you feel that on your body? In your throat, on your feet, in your head? Where do you feel that? Mm-hmm. Like right now you're thinking of that conviction. Where do you feel that? In your head? Cool. There are no wrong, I will say that all. There are no wrong answers. There is just the answer that you give. We're going to come back to you. Who's next? Ritz? I should sleep on time. I like that. What's the vibe? What's the emotion? You're saying I should sleep on time. What do you feel? What does that feel like?
I mean, in the late night I feel good about it, but in the morning I feel guilty about it. So
you feel guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10's high, 1's low.
I don't get like full 8 hours sleep or 7 hours sleep.
Yeah.
And that impacts my.
Okay. How guilty do you feel right now about it? 10's high, 1's low.
I think 7.
7. Cool. And then right now, where do you feel that on your body, like I asked Cameron? In your head, stomach, chest, arms?
Last night I had a good sleep. So
yeah.
Today I'm feeling okay.
And when you're thinking about the guilt, where do you feel that on your body? Just in your head?
Oh, no. I feel in the whole body.
Just your whole body. I like it. The whole day. I like it. Anyone else want to share? No? What you got? I should probably hold off on buying a car. Okay. So there's 2. Car. Okay. What's the emotion? What's the vibe?
Well, so personally fit, but it probably so I give up my car. There goes that car now. I'm starting over again with my credit. It's bounced back. It's good now. It's been 3 months since the bankruptcy finally finished, and just trying to really gauge is right now a good time to get the vehicle. Interest rates are going down. They always say don't try timing it, but is it the right move for me right now?
So anxiety. Do you feel anxious?
Yeah.
Or is there something else that would better fit that?
Yeah, no, like I guess anxiety and a bit of like sadness.
Okay. Yeah. No wrong answers. Is that 10 or is that a 1?
Those are 6.
6. Okay, right in the middle. And then where do you feel that when you're talking right now? Are you like, is your chest a little tight, cheeks a little red? Where do you feel it anywhere when you're in your head? Right in your head. Cool. Okay. So on your board, rewrite the sentence. Instead of should, write it with could. Cameron, go ahead and read that second sentence.
I could.
There was an inflection there. I could, a little bit more of a bass. What's the feeling now?
Yes, more hopeful, more positive.
I like that. So you went from guilt to hope. I like that. Ritz, second sentence.
I mean, I think my things are very shallow.
It's okay. Doesn't matter.
I wish I could write more. Right?
So use that same first sentence and just replace that word.
For the first one.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I thought. I wish I could sleep on time.
Yeah.
I could.
Which one do you prefer? The first sentence, I should sleep on time, or I could sleep on time?
I should sleep.
Go.
Because I could, meaning I can, like if I want.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Which do you prefer is a massive question, because it's ultimately up to you. If you prefer should, cool. If you prefer could, cool. One of them is going to sound better and feel better when you say it out loud. So, good job.
I could perhaps hold off on buying a car.
How's the second one? So, what's the vibe now? What's the emotion now? Saying I could.
Relief.
Oh, I like that. Went from relief to, I'm sorry, we went from guilt, sad to relief.
Yeah.
That's good. Which do you prefer? First one or second one?
Second.
Second one. Why?
Because it's just, I'm very technical, so when I see my bank account and my high interest rate, I'm just like, oh, okay, I could get a lot more there. So I'm throwing away money if I do that. If I put down payment and then credit would drop, and then it's like, oh, just gotta factor in all my other daily expenses.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Move to relief. Okay. Third step. Change could to can. You had said it. Change could to can. Ew. Go ahead, Cameron.
I can break.
Ooh, declarative statement. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Feels good. Why?
I believe in myself.
Ooh. Dude, I like that. I believe in myself. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden it's giving a feeling that it's possible, it's doable. First sentence was like, I should, meaning I should do something which I'm not doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now when I say I can sleep on time, yeah, I can.
Yeah. Relieved. Yeah. Guilt to relief. That's cool. Go ahead.
I can perhaps hold off on buying a car.
What's the vibe? What's the feeling? Pretty good. Which one do you prefer? The second one? Because you did like the second one, or the third one?
I like the second one more.
Cool.
Because that relief factor, like ah.
Yeah. It was more intense. Cool. Last one. Don't change anything. After the last word in your last sentence that you just wrote, write the word because. Do that first. And then I want you to write whatever comes to mind. Because what?
I can, whatever, because
I can go to sleep earlier because. Go ahead and fill in whatever that first thing that pops into your head. Zach, we didn't ask you, but you had a visceral reaction.
Yeah.
Do you want to share yours?
From the beginning,
You just do the last one. We'll get the gist.
I could read my Bible more because I've been given freedom.
Oof. That's cool. Why is that important to you?
Because there's a lot more growth in my life when I'm connected to God.
Yeah.
Not to bring them, but for me
Yeah.
personally, reading the Bible has strengthened me in previous seasons when in this season I could use more strength.
Yeah. You said, I should read my Bible. How'd that feel?
The first one?
Yeah.
And I was placing that in my heart.
Mm.
But here.
Do you like the shift from sentence 1 to sentence 3 with the because?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's cool. Cam, you got it? You still writing? It's fine. It's okay. Ritz, what you got? I like that. When you can write it and laugh, that's the ultimate.
I can sleep on time because I don't have any good reason to be awake.
I don't have any good reason to be awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just stay awake because that's the time I get to myself.
Yeah.
My kids are asleep. There's no more work or anything. So it's just like to kind of sit, maybe browse phone or like
Yeah.
browse something. But those are not any good, strong reasons to be
Yeah. Whenever you're trying to go to sleep now, you're going to be like, gosh, dang it. Why did Andre have to say anything? I didn't feel guilty.
Because I feel in the night, next morning, as soon as I get up, the same thing.
Yeah.
The grind starts.
Yeah. 100%.
After 9:30, I feel like, let's do some minor
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
Because I don't really need it right now.
How's it feel saying that?
Like, yeah, I could wait. Finish it.
Cool. Does that give you freedom?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I can save a lot more money.
Hey, that's awesome, man. When you're able to continue to keep that thought process going. Not saying that you will wait. You may. I know you're telling me you're going to Austin. You may go, or and you may not. Which it's always nice to be like, cool. I have the decision. I have the power. I don't feel boxed into needing that car. Cam, did you get it? You don't have to.
Yeah, I can pray more because there's nothing to give.
Ooh, that's good. How you feel about that sentence?
I guess free. I don't know, secure.
It's cool, man. Good job. So should is classified as soft talk. We're going to go over that at the end of class, really. But as you guys can see when you say should, it is kind of limiting, kind of invokes anxiety. And then we move to solid talk. I can, because, not saying you will, but now you're like, cool. Like, if I'm going to do this, it's going to be on my terms, not on whatever else terms, right? Fantastic job. I love playing with words. I hear you guys talk a lot because I'm in the gym a lot. And so you guys will start to hear a lot more small language games like that. You guys did great. That was fantastic. So right now, we're going to move into that second piece, which is celebrating the progress. So I'm going to assume the sale of this workshop, and I'm going to say, from now until last November, something good happened. You got a promotion. You did something in my gym that was really cool, lifted a weight, did a movement. You made a personal decision in your own life that you're like, you know what, that benefited me greatly. Something has happened within the last year. I'm just going to assume that. I want you to think about that just for a second. Don't write it down yet. Does anyone have anything that's come to mind?
I mean, any incidents from last 1 year?
That incident that you're thinking of right now. And listen to this because you guys are all going to do this. If you had to give it a title, like the title to a movie, what would this movie be? What would it be? You can say it out loud. Okay. Does anyone have that? You're thinking about this thing, you're like, okay, that would be called insert whatever. Does anyone have that? What's the title of your movie?
In the shit.
Okay. Write that down. If you have that title, I want you to write that title down. If you don't, talk to me and I can kind of help you get through that. Like something great that happened.
That's something great that
Within the last year, professional, personal, blah, blah, blah. Some progress that you made. It can be a win, a goal, progress, some accomplishment. Write the title of that movie down. I like the smile.
The title for my movie is, if you can provide me a fancy word instead of this, so the word is come back.
Come back?
Come back.
That's good, man. That's awesome.
So,
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Does anyone not have their title? Cool. So, for the next few minutes, you're going to write the story of the progress that you're making or have made, or the win, or the whatever. There are rules to this, and this applies to the work that I do. You must write in full and complete sentences with punctuation. There are no bullet points in this drill or this exercise that we're going to do. You must write as you're having a conversation. We're not bullet pointing anything in this conversation. I'm giving you full, complete sentences. 1 to 2 paragraphs, full detail, as much detail as you can give. Good deal? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. 1 to 2. 1 paragraph's fine. 2 is cool. In as much detail as you can. Like, obviously, I'm not expecting like hour by hour analysis. I mean, that'd be cool, but
Like I'm talking to you.
full sentences, punctuation. Yes, sir. So keep writing. So I've been in this work, doing this since March, learning this technique. We call this 4-stepping. I call this 4-stepping. 74 steps, obviously. You just do the first. You're doing the first one. Title it, write it down. Most people, whether they have a therapist or they're doing it themselves, will write it down, maybe not in complete sentences, but will never say it. Like we did in that first drill. We'll never say it. And you're going to see in a little bit, some of you that I would choose to share, there's a difference in writing something down or not, keep it in your head, and writing it down and saying it. Whenever someone finishes, if they want to volunteer to go, awesome, let me know. We can rock it, even while others are writing. You done? Keep going, crew. You want to share? Cool. You guys keep writing. You guys will, once you're done, listen, and then I'll choose one or two more of you guys. But CJ's going to go first. Go ahead, CJ. What's the title of your movie? Or, yeah, what's the title of your story, your movie?
In the shit.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, it's actually promotion. So, I finally got promoted after over a year at my job. Those stingy bastards. The delay was because I'm in another system that messes up my metrics. After my job finally took me off said system and showed my real performance, my bosses promoted me.
Awesome. Have you ever read that story, written that story down, read it out loud? So what's the feeling after reading it out loud?
The stingy bastard.
I dig it.
This literally happened like 2 weeks ago.
So after it all played out, I'm sure you weren't happy, but now, after it all played out, what's the feeling after you got the promotion?
Still very upset, but finally done.
Why upset?
Because it delayed my progress moving up and also how the position I'm in right now. Because like the position I'm in right now is for people that just came on. I've been here over a year. I know everything. People ask me. They ask me to train to get them. And I'm still getting more responsibility, but still less pay.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm being paid adequately.
And how does that feel?
Better.
Better. Why? Obviously, make you upset because you deserved it. Is there any other reason why it made you upset?
That it took me switching from 3 TMs to finally figure out what was the issue.
If you are someone who sticks with a process continually to get something you deserve, what would that mean about you?
A psychopath.
What else?
You do something that isn't showing what you wanted to do, but you keep on doing it.
Would you say you persevere?
Yeah.
What kind of person perseveres?
People that don't quit.
Are you a quitter? So at the end of your sentence, would this sentence ring true? I persevere. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
Write that down. Anyone else want to share? We'll come back to you. Good job. Anyone else want to share? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yeah, I can. So the title of my movie is
Come back. Let's go.
So last year I had gone through a lot. I injured my knee. I underwent a knee surgery. I almost lost my job as well last year. Had a very disturbed personal life as well as professional life. But towards this year, I made a good comeback. Uh, I am back to my active lifestyle, even lifting heavier weights now, doing high rocks, and I also cracked one of the most difficult interviews to land up a job, which is now better than the last one. So just again. So yeah, so last year was all about struggle. This year is about accomplishment.
Dude, awesome. Really cool. How's it feel reading that out loud?
So that,
First question, let me backtrack. Have you ever written that story down?
so,
How's it feel reading that, reading those accomplishments that you've done? How's it feel reading that out loud?
yeah, now, yeah, feels good.
Yeah.
I did not actually think about it, but now since I've written it, now
Yeah.
I'm thinking life is good. Yeah. So that
After reading that story, what does that story mean about you?
meaning like
When you read that and you read the things that you've done, what does that mean about you?
I mean, I feel I mean, this is something I learned. Like, no matter how bad things go, but keep on trying, something or the other will do. But you gotta keep trying. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it means a lot.
Yeah. Kind of the same vein as CJ.
Yeah.
Like, would you say that you are a strong person for always trying?
Yeah, yeah. So definitely, like it has given a different perspective to me towards life.
So I would say, does this ring true? I have a new perspective. I continually try.
Yeah,
I'm strong.
yeah.
And write that. Anyone else want to go?
There's a very my favorite quote. Like I always use this quote since childhood. That do the best, leave the rest.
Cool.
So
I like that. Do the best, leave the rest.
now after reading this,
Yeah.
it is again reminding me of that quote.
Do the best, leave the rest. That's cool, man. Awesome. No one else?
I want to do it for the sake of the exercise.
Let's
I don't
go.
normally talk like this.
I love this.
Okay, so this year hasn't been, or he's doing start off.
Yeah, what's the title?
Success.
Cool.
This year has been a season of blessing, receiving gifts that I could have never imagined. I've been able to serve more men in their lives than I thought possible. The freedom I was given is now being able to be passed on to other people around me. In my work life, I've been given opportunities and freedom. I now own my own business. I have 5 employees. I was given a vision to buy a second home this year, and when it seemed impossible, I thought it was right. I did it, and I have a lot ahead of me at 31.
Awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. A couple questions. Why did you say, I don't usually talk like this?
Because that's things. Like, that's basically what I have to say is things.
Yeah.
Those aren't good qualities to have when focused on materials.
So I'm going to kind of go a little off track. You're familiar with the story of the talents, right? In the New Testament?
Like what you do with the talents, like bury it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you agree that if the Lord has given you much, He's expected you to steward well over what He gives you?
Absolutely.
So this goes into, you're like, I don't want to talk about this because like it's not that important. I would argue that it is. It seems that you've been entrusted with much, right? So this goes into downplaying. Like we like to downplay things. Like, no, I don't want to say that. Like, man, that's not even that important, or it's not a big deal. It is. Obviously, if your faith rings true, it is, right? So that's why we're kind of going over all this stuff. The mindset of, man, it's not just going to push it to the side. We don't really need to talk about it because it should be brought up. So after reading your story out loud, again, same question I asked them, have you ever written it down?
No, never.
I'm assuming you haven't written it down or read it. So how did it feel after reading that?
It just made me realize that my problems in this moment really aren't as big as,
Yeah.
Like I'm more upset about not being married at 31. But on the other side, like I have all these blessings that I've been given, but I'm focused on that one thing.
Yeah. What does that story mean about you?
That I don't give up.
Like that.
I was fired from this job 5 times.
Oh, dude,
I'm not even kidding.
that's awesome. So I don't give up. I am blessed. Did those apply to the end of your story?
Yeah.
Write that down. Fantastic job, you guys. Cameron, Dad, you don't need to read it, but like when you take this home, I would go through this exercise, right? You're going to see the other steps of this. We did step 1, title it, write it. It's 4 steps. Step 2, read it out loud. So, a little pop quiz before step 3. Has anyone heard of amygdala hijack? Has anyone ever heard of that before? Amygdala hijack.
I know it'd be a big, that's part of the brain.
Part of the brain, yeah.
Where you like training your brain to mind to think a certain way.
So the amygdala hijack is when your body goes into a stress response and you see people tense up, and you may see it pushed out as word vomit, speaking in a very high rate of speech, or they just freeze. Whenever people have scary stories, stories they don't want to tell, they haven't written down, they're usually kept in your head. Most people are like, can't get over this, or I can't think past this, or insert a whole host of other things that they're like, it just, like, I can't even describe it to you. If you have something in your head that's going super fast, they call it a train of thought, right? If that thing is going super fast and you can't control it, how can you ever hope to get over it? You can't. It's stuck. It's just a speeding train when the brakes are cut off. Whenever you're going through something, this is like the unlifted light. This is going to be a fun session, right? We've had some laughs. You guys are on a positive note. The other side of this coin is negative. The stories that are scary, that we hold in our head, that are from our past, that we're like, I'll never go into that. That is the stress response. And that is when, like I've seen, Cam, you did it on your first sentence. I said, read your first sentence, and it was, I should pray more, but you like this. And you got super tight. That's that. You're like, oh crap, he picked on me. I've got to read my statement. That stress response. And we all go through it. This is, like I said, a light version, but in your life, I mean, life's freaking hard. It really is. We all,
Like changing body temperature.
100%. Get flushed cheeks, start sweating, shaking, palms sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit. I'm just kidding. But, like, yes, it definitely can. And so, if you want to calm your thoughts, your rate of speech, anyone know how to do that? Boom! I love that. Good job. That is a pop quiz. Breathe. Big inhale in, big exhale out, and it turns into a nice slow pace. You guys are going to see that in a second. Good job. Breathing. That's what I'm talking about. CrossFit and words, not that different. So, we're going to go in order. CJ, Ritz, Zach, we're going to go again. Step 3 is 70% speed. The exact same read that you just did, including the sentence at the end that we included, at 70%. Make sense?
Read it.
Yep. So 30% slower than you did. So try to slow it down a little bit. And if you start to go fast, I may interrupt and say, hey, slow down a little bit. Ready?
So read the same thing.
The exact same thing with that last, that last sentence. Ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go.
I should perhaps hold off on buying a car.
Oh, sorry. The story.
Oh, that's
Yep,
right.
I'm sorry.
Starting with the title.
Yeah.
In the shit.
He laughs every time. That's awesome.
I finally got promoted after over a year at my job.
Slow down a little bit more.
Those stingy bastards.
There we go. Nice. It's good. Keep going.
The delay was because I'm in another system that messes up my metrics after my job finally took me off said system. It showed my real performance. My bosses promoted me immediately.
Good speed. What was those last sentences?
I persevere in my effort.
Nice. What happened when you slowed it down?
Became clear. Get more of a picture of the not so pleasant ride I had.
Yeah. Yes. It became clearer when you were able to, you started reading quickly. Usually when we read quickly or the thoughts go quickly, it's because we want to skip over it. I don't want to think about that again. When you slow it down, you're like, oh, I see what happened. A lot clearer. That's what we want. When we have troubles or problems or we're trying to figure out what's going on in the situation, slowing it down allows us to, okay, I see what's going on here. This makes a little bit more sense. Good job. Brits, same exact thing. 70% speed, 30% slower.
Okay. Last year, I had I went to a lot. I injured my knee and underwent a surgery. I almost lost my job. I had very disturbed personal life as well as professional life. Uh, but I believe I made a good comeback this year. I'm back to my active lifestyle, which I love. So I'm lifting heavier weights, doing aerobics. I also landed up a nice job, which is better than the last one. Uh, yeah. So for me, last year was all about struggle, but this year is all about accomplishment. Uh, the thing that I learned from last year is never say never or never give up, and it again reinstated my it reinstated my belief in my favorite quote, which is do the best.
Good job, man. Good speed. How did it feel? What changed when you slowed it down?
Yeah, I think same like it is more clear, and as we speak loudly, we hear our own voice, which makes it even more clear.
Yeah.
So,
Good
yeah.
job, man. That's good. Zach, you're up.
Success. This year has been a season of blessing and receiving gifts beyond that I could have ever imagined. I've been able to serve more men in their lives than I thought was possible. The freedom I have been given is now being passed on to people around me. In my work life, I was given opportunities and freedom. I own my own business. I have 5 employees. I was given a vision to buy a second home when it seemed impossible. I feel like I have a lot ahead of me at 31. I don't give up. I'm blessed.
Awesome.
Then wrote the story of the talents.
Like that. What happened when you slowed it down?
I think I was getting more real with myself. Taking it instead of just kind of going through.
Yeah. Love that. That's awesome, man. Good job, you three. Again, for you two.
I mean, the first part when we read it fast, it was more of like for someone else, like just letting you know
Yeah.
or telling you the story. But the second time, it was like as if we're talking to
Yeah.
ourselves.
That's cool. So I do a lot of this one-on-one, but also like this is a tool that I use for myself when I have moments of doubt, fear, anxiety, because I get scared and anxious too. And so, like you said, it's able to see it more clear and able to slow it down. It is for me when I need it. And so it's a fantastic tool. Step 4 is the best step. So you three, we're going to do our last read. Exact same. The only thing we're going to add in after each sentence, you're going to take a massive inhale, massive exhale, and then read the next sentence. And I'm going to do it with you. So every time you do a sentence, you'll read it. And then next sentence. Good deal? Any questions about that? Awesome. All right, CJ, here we go.
Finally got promoted after over a year at my job.
Big inhale.
The delay was because I'm in another system that messed up my metrics. After my job finally took me off the system, it showed my real performance.
Big inhale.
Bosses promoted me immediately. I persevere, I'm not a quitter.
Big inhale. Big exhale. What happened when you add the breath?
I just made it realize the change I went through. When I read it to myself quickly, right, I kind of just went over it.
Mm-hmm.
When I read it slowly, pauses, it reinforces the difficulty I was facing.
Yeah, that you do persevere. Yeah. Which one was more intense? When we just wrote it down, I was like, all right, see, you're up. Or the last one? Last one? Good. Nice, man. Good job reading. Ready, Ritz? I'm breathing with you.
Yeah, I don't know, this exercise may be more effective in a very close setting, I feel. I don't know if I'll be able to feel it, but I'll.
No, it's okay.
Last year, I went through a lot. I injured my knee and I almost lost my job. I had a very disturbed personal and professional life.
Good job breathing.
But by God's grace, this year I made a good comeback in life. I'm back to my active lifestyle
Big inhale.
and lifting heavier weights. Also landed a better job.
Big inhale. Big exhale. Good job.
So I feel the last year was all about struggle, hardships, but this year was all about accomplishment.
Big inhale. Big exhale.
I believe I learned never to give up in life. I believe to the best.
Big inhale. Fantastic job reading. So, I have a question for you. There is a part in that story that's very intense for you. Which part was that? I think I know which one it is. Which sentence was that?
Disturbed personal and professional life.
So, what I want you to do, read that sentence again. Read it out loud.
I had a very disturbed personal as well as professional life.
Big inhale. Big exhale. Read it again.
I had a very disturbed personal and professional life.
Big inhale. Big exhale. Last time.
I had a very disturbed personal as well as professional life.
Last inhale. Last exhale. Good job. So, fantastic job reading. So usually I can tell from the jump, because you said, I think that this would work better in a one-on-one setting. So I could tell something in there hurt, like something hurts, right? Something caused friction. Like I said, this is, as funny as it seems now, this is the easy stuff. All of us have the hard stuff. When you get to the hard stuff, number one, you have to write it down. You have to go through it. You can never go around it. If you go around it, that's what we've been doing. We avoid it. So going through it, being able to put that breath into it and able to zoom out is the best way that we're going to get space and clarity. Because that's all we're trying to do. You can't fix anything that happened in the past to you, but you can gain space and clarity. Obviously, I don't know what happened in your personal life, but I know it caused you pain. Something happened to where you may or may not have been victim, but it definitely causes a hurt and a hang up. And so being able to make sure we do have that breath, we are able to breathe low and slow versus like, yeah, I don't really want to read this. And it's uptight, and we have that amygdala hijack where you're like, I don't want to read this right now. It allows us to process a little better. Whether that was a 10, it went to a 9, or it was a 7, it went to a 2. Fantastic job breathing through that. You did fantastic, my man. Did the breath help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, man. You did fantastic.
Yes.
Big inhale.
This year has been a season of blessing and receiving gifts that I could have never imagined. I've been able to serve more men in their lives than I thought possible. The freedom I was given is now being passed on to people around me. In my work life, I was given opportunities and freedom. I own a business. I have 5 employees. I was given vision to buy a second home when it seemed impossible. I feel like I have a lot ahead of me at 31. I don't give up. I'm blessed. Read the story of the town.
How did it feel adding the breath in there?
Yeah, it's good. I think I was just so thrown off that I put like periods after every 3 words.
It's okay. You slowed it down massively, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. Sorry, everyone.
No, you're good.
um,
What changed? Did anything change for you in the story?
I think the first time I did it, I was kind of nervous of like,
Yeah.
is this allowed?
Yeah.
And then it went to, oh, I feel blessed. Now I feel confident.
Oof, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's a good change. Read the I feel like sentence. It's like close to the end.
I feel like, or
Yep, the whole sentence.
I feel like I have a lot ahead of me at 31.
Take out the I feel like.
I have a lot ahead of me at 31.
That is the fun thing for me. And that is what I talked about. I listen to everyone speak a lot. I feel like, do you have a lot ahead of you at 31? Yeah, you do. I feel like, it's soft talk, right? It's like indecisive.
But I do these things like I'm turning gray hair, so I'm like so focused on that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, 31 gray hair. And then it's like, okay, then I'm over that. And it's like, okay, it's not married, but it's not having married, not having kids. So it's like I keep focusing on those things I don't have when I,
Yeah.
And
that's common, right? Focusing on when your train of thought goes fast, like it's easy to get wrapped up and easy for it to debilitate of like, wow, woe is me, versus I wish I had a spouse to I don't have a spouse. And ... and I'm blessed, right? Whatever that means, obviously it's going to go different for you, but like going from I feel like I should have these things, or I feel like I have my whole life ahead of me, to I have my whole life ahead of me. One of those feels, one of those feels, let's go, right? Fantastic job, crew. You guys did great. You guys really did. 4-stepping is what I do. When I take people, like Ritz, if he's like, hey man, I want to work together. That's what I take people through to get through the stuck. It's called the stuck and suck, when you're like, I just can't get over this thing. Well, have you tried writing it down? Have you tried going back into the story? And that's what I help people with. Good job celebrating your wins. Like I said, you too. I would definitely do that on your own, in your own privacy of your own home. Does anyone have any questions about what we just went over? Awesome possum.
I would say that
Yeah.
I want to make sure I know what I'm learning too. I think processing.
Yep.
Is one of them in there too.
That's it. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're slowing it down so we can process. Because most of the times we don't. Truly, most of the times everything's in our head. We may write down a to-do list And then 2 days later, you're like, everything's back in my head and it's going so fast. It's hard to process. Some people can. I've seen it. It's really cool. But even still, they have that train of thought that gets out of whack. But if you can write it down on paper, you're going to slow it down. And if you can say it and then say it slower and then add breath in there with saying it slower, you're going to start to fill in those gaps of like, okay, I need to do A, B, and C, or of course this happened to me, or this wasn't my fault that this happened to me. Only way you're going to be able to do that, have a perspective shift, is when you're able to slow it down and write it. What I call breakthrough and what I do is when you are the participant and you become the observer. When you're like, this happened to me and it's the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. And you become I remember when that happened. It was tough, it was bad. And I'm moving forward with my life. Do you have a question or are you doing a head? Yeah.
So do you always recommend for us to write this down, or can we just talk it out to ourselves?
100% write it down. If you talk it out to yourself, you're going to be doing the exact same thing you've been doing for the last 20, 30, 40 years, however old we are. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not conventional, because if you would have been doing it, you probably would be like, oh, this isn't different to me. This is what I do all the time.
A lot of times we forget it, honestly. Like today, whatever I felt and I wrote it down, maybe next week, if someone asks me, it would be a different script.
Yeah.
Or different thoughts that would come.
And I have a very, very specific way of getting into people's memories. I have encountered many people that I've worked with that have been like, oh, I can't remember that happened. And I continually ask questions, and then you would be surprised at the stories that I can get. Because answers push, questions pull. That's why I haven't told you anything today. I've just asked you questions. I asked you, does that mean you persevere? You said, I do persevere. Does that mean you try? I do try. Does that mean you're blessed? I am blessed, right? I never told any of you guys anything. I asked you guys to do stuff, and then I asked you questions and asked you questions. So that's the beauty of it all. I am not a therapist, not licensed, but I do know how to ask very good questions to help people. That is what I'm very good at. Very good at. I would also say I've been to therapy, and I don't like someone telling me what's wrong with me if they don't know what I'm going through. And that's why this is good, because I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to ask you questions so you can put yourself in there and you can have a perspective shift of like, oh, that was bad, but I'm making that out to be something totally, totally different than it was. And then you're able to distance yourself and be like, yeah, cool, it's time to move on. And you're able to move past things, move through things, not around things. So, fantastic job. Last little language game, a couple more definitions, and then we are done. Last language game. I like this language game. This is fun. Right now, what I'd like you guys to do, one sentence, write one goal that you have for the rest of the year. Can be as small or big as you want it to be. One goal. One goal for the year. Next 2 months, 1 year in advance, give me like a year duration. Write it down. It can be like, I want to publish a book, want to take my kids to Disney World, I don't know, whatever it is.
Just one.
One goal. Cam, you get a goal?
Should be a goal or a wish.
Goal. Cam, what's your goal? I want to lose an extra 50 pounds. All right. Same thing. Anywhere in that sentence, I want you to put sort of. Yeah. Anywhere in that sentence, you can just say it. You don't have to write it. Just say it. Anywhere in that sentence, say the same thing, but put sort of anywhere. How did that feel? Going from I want to lose an extra 50 pounds to I sort of want to use an extra 50. Yeah. Yeah. I sort of want to lose 50 pounds. Yeah. You were confused on the question. You're like, so what sort of? What the heck? Dad, you have one?
I want to share my faith at least one time per month.
Insert one day in there.
I want to, what?
Exactly. Put the 2 words, one day. Somewhere in that sentence, put one day.
I want to be able to share my faith.
Did you hear that? One day I want to be able to. That was a down regulation of speech. Zach, what you put?
Positive consistency in all areas.
Put potential in there. Maybe have to add a couple more words, but
Potential, positive,
Poten-
positive consistency in all areas.
put yeah, I actually like that. Put I kind of want to have.
I kind of want to have positive consistency in all areas.
Did you like the additions?
I wasn't gonna. If I say it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was soft talk. You may have seen this up here. There's one in there. I have a couple more littered around this gym. So soft talk is those words I told you to put in there. Every single one of you were like, wait, dude, what? What? Soft talk is passive. It's indecisive. It gets the reaction, maybe internally and not as intense, but that you all gave me, like, okay, you want me to do what? Words like probably, perhaps, feels like, I guess, maybe, I could, might, possibly, sort of, kind of, potentially, hopefully, try, one day, should, almost like, there are many more. When we use those words, we create indecisiveness, we create tension, anxiety, stress. So, I want you guys to take one of these. And I want you guys, if you're willing, hang it up in your bathroom window. Hang it up somewhere that you'll see it. Somewhere that you'll see it.
And then, like, I never use these words.
Never is not correct because sometimes, like I just said, sometimes you can use them. Like it's not the end all be all, but you're going to know. You start looking at those and you start listening to what you say and you start typing an email or a text message and you see one of those words, you're going to be like, holy crap, it's everywhere. And then you're going to start hearing people say it. And you're like, dude, are we going to lunch or not? Maybe. Are we going tomorrow or not? I got to make plans. And you're going to see how much it permeates language, honestly, what we do every day in the conversation that we have every day. It's going to change. You're going to be pissed at me. You're going to be like, dude, come on. I lived a good life without hearing people talk and criticizing their language in my head, and now I'm changed. It's going to be great. So I talked about that I do this. Does anyone know the definition of the victim mentality? And I would write this down. You do? Oh, let's go. What you got?
Blame everybody for your own problems.
Oof. Blame everyone for your own
Just, you don't take accountability for your life.
problems. Oof. Let's go. Dig it. That's good. I like that a lot. Anyone else? It's pretty good. It's good.
Whatever is happening, blame it on others.
I dig it. Okay, so I want you to write this down. I'm going to say it 2 times. First time will be super slow. Second time will be a little bit quicker. A little bit, it'll sound just more natural. So, it'll be 2 paragraphs. The victim mentality. Go ahead and start writing. Is an acquired personality trait. Where a person tends to regard himself or herself as the victim of the negative actions of others, even in the absence of clear evidence. The victim mentality depends on a habitual thought process an habitual thought process, and attributions. So the victim mentality is an acquired personality trait where a person tends to regard himself or herself as the victim of the negative actions of others, even in the absence of clear evidence. That is kind of what Cameron said, right? Like, oh, woe is me, when someone else did something that has nothing to do with you, but oh, cut me off in traffic, or oh, insert whatever it can be. The victim mentality depends, circle depends, on a habitual, underline habitual, thought process. You don't just luck into the victim mindset. I promise you. It is a continual grooving of your brain into thinking, woe is me forever and ever and ever. The victim mentality depends on a habitual thought process and attributions. That's like characteristics being negative. You probably know a person or two or three or many people that are this person. Being stuck in that mindset, the story that they tell themselves of, how can I ever get over this, is one of the most damning and detrimental things that we can ever do as humans. Because how can you ever move forward if you're always the one that things are happening to? And that's what I help with, of getting people out of that. Well, no, we're going to move past that, through that, over that, not around that. And then lastly, 30, 50, 80. You remember 30% of what you hear, 50% of what you write, and 80% of what you turn around and teach. So, hearing's good. Writing it down, better. If you are teaching, and this applies to teaching yourself, and this is really good for Dad and Cameron. You go home and you're like, cool, 4 steps. I'm going to go do all 4 steps. You're teaching yourself, you're explaining yourself, you're doing it in action. It helps to remember those things. And it's just a good thing to take, not even in my realm of coaching mindset and coaching athletes, but into your own. Like if you're like, hey, I need to learn something. Watch the video on YouTube, write down the steps to it, as in-depth or as not as you want to, and then try to teach yourself it step by step. It will start to stick. Those things will start to stick. Same thing on your job. Good job, crew. You guys did great. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. This is, I love coaching CrossFit, and I love helping. I just love helping people. That goes to CrossFit, but also goes with mindset. If you guys ever are like, hey, man, I want to work with you, let me know. I'll have more of these. We'll do one that is the stuck in stuff. That is going to be one over annoyed, hurt, haunted. I can't get over this. I just can't get over this thing. Going into those stories, which would be a little deeper, a little bit more heavy. Probably after the holidays.
Okay.
Give some people to Christmas. Yeah. Yep.
But I did hear that for attending tonight, we get an extra 20,000 meters added. Right? Is that true?
That is not true. I thought you were going to say an extra day for committed club. I was going to give you that, but no, you do not get extra 20,000 meters. LOL. That is funny. No, sir. That's awesome. Does anyone have any questions? You guys are great.
The question is, so this was all good. Like,
Yeah.
How it is connected to our maybe workout, gym, fitness.
Ooh, fantastic question. So I would say when you're in a workout, when you're doing these things, when you're talking to yourself, asking, am I going to show up today? Your words matter, especially when you're in the middle of a set. Like, I can't do this next rep. You can do this next rep. Or I don't want to show up, but I am, or I should go to the gym today. I can go to the gym today because I have legs and some people don't. Seriously, like, it's small, right? The stuff inside here is, there's a story that you tell yourself every single day you're in this gym. It's, this is hard, or I'm sore, or I did great, or whatever that is. Really, my whole job in the business I own is called The Forge. That's what I do. I use this thing called Enlifted. But like my whole job is just getting people to think about their thinking. If you can think about your thinking, you are in so much more control of so much more than you can imagine. If you are, as a guy that I really respect, Ben Bergeron, if you are a plastic bag in the wind getting thrown about when someone cuts you off in traffic and you're flipping them off, or when you, I don't know, something happens out there in life and you're just like, you're the victim. Woe is me. Can't believe this person did this to me. Like, what a terrible life to live, right? You have more control than you think you do. Not all of the control, but you have more than you think you do. Draw the circle around yourself and control what's in that circle. Good question. Thanks for hanging out, fellas.
Absolutely.
Zach, thanks for sharing, man. You did great.
Thank you.
Great meeting you.
Dad, thanks for showing up. CJ, you didn't sweat, but you got a good mental workout in. Let's go.
Thanks, Andre. Thanks for your time.
Hey, man. Good job.
I like your shirt, but
Oh, thanks, buddy.
you look neat.
Good job reading that story, man. I could tell that was not the best